All right, we're live. We are live. We are back. Fight Talk number 10. We're in the double digits now. We're making it big time, y'all. But it's been a minute since y'all seen us. My boy Ed back in the building. I'm gonna let him do his little 5 minutes of fame. Talk about Arnold Allen beating my boy Dan Hooker. So
I didn't say anything. I'm humble in
I'm
victory
just,
and defeat.
I was getting ready for it. I was getting ready for it. So you go talk your shit and
Humble
we go
in
see
victory and defeat, my brother. Humble in victory and defeat. It's just
Stay
fitting
humble.
that you said it's the double digits, isn't it? Like Dan Hooker would know about those double digits, isn't it? Becoming the New Zealand Nate Diaz over there. Now I'm joking. He lost to a guy who's undefeated at that weight class. What can he do?
Yeah, he did. I mean, your guy looked good. He looked good. But yeah, let's talk.
Very good. Very good. Just put that out there.
He looked very good. In correction, but what's the call? No, the card was good. I'll give you guys, you UK boys, some credit. You guys put on a good show. I enjoyed it. I had a good feeling. Like I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream it, but I had a good feeling it was going to be a good show, and I enjoyed. Because sometimes like I hate streaming fight nights that are really boring, and I'm like, oh, why did I stream this, right? But that one was it was a fun show, man. I mean, Aspinall stole the whole entire show, in my opinion. I think he put on a classic, and I
feel like
talk
not enough talks about that though. That's what's annoying me slightly. I feel like not enough people have talked about that.
Yeah, man. I agree. I think he put on a clinic, man. He really did. I was really impressed by that. Like, I was shocked, because
I can't
Volkov
remember the last time I've seen Volkov pinned down like that though.
Yeah, but like even in put into perspective, the last time he got pinned, I think was in Bellator. So that's like maybe 10 years ago. I'll check it up on my Tapology, but like that's extremely impressive. I know some, we got some other people in the group chat that thinks he's like an undercover bum or something like that, but I don't think that. I think he is a little. I want to say he's overrated, but I don't know. I don't think he beat Cyril Gahn, but I do think he's a legit top 5 heavyweight. I'll give him that. Like, So
yeah,
I mean,
I think we were saying this when we was talking on the last stream. I was like, I respect Tom's skill set, but even he was like, oh, he doesn't really want to fight the top guys right now, but because of the fucking division, it's like he's gonna have to kind of thing. But to be honest, I'd like to see him to get the winner of Blades and Dorcas. I don't see why not.
Okay, so listen to this. The last time he was choked out, Volkov via rear naked choke was in 2010 by Maximum Grishin. Ain't that crazy?
What, 12 years? Oh, jeez, man.
And Grishin's in the UFC. He's a decent fighter.
It's fucking crazy, man.
That was insane, Yo, eBay, I didn't realize until I saw your breakdown. Korean Zombie got some long arms. Yeah. Yo, 6 foot wingspan at 5'8". Robert Soldic chances in the dude, that dude's fucking, I probably mispronounced his name, but that dude's solid. You ever seen that motherfucker, Soldic?
No, I'll have to. The more I like, obviously see some stuff in here. I'll have
he murdered Dricus Duplessis. Put him in a body bag. Yeah. And man, he put him in a body bag, bro. He killed Dricus, And this was like I think it's South Africa or some shit. But yeah, man. Yeah, dude. But back to Tom, man. I think he beats Tai Tuivasa if they fight.
Come on, let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Tai Tuivasa isn't top 5, man. It's just Derek fucking Lewis, isn't it?
Yeah,
just like Rob Font was never top 5, but it's because he fucking beat Marlon Moraes.
Yeah, they're 1-1. Yeah. I think they are 1-1. Yeah, but yeah, it's like, bro, Tai, he did it. I mean, it's weird because he's on a 5-fight win streak, but no one respects him as a legit contender. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, I think if Tom takes him down, I think he can dominate in a few positions and stuff like that and win the fight.
I think Tom beats him anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah. I would like for him to take him down though, because it does get dicey on the feet with Tai. I will give Tai that.
Yeah,
he does have power.
Do you know what scared me though? How fast his fucking hands were in the exchanges with Volkov.
Yeah, it was the feints. Nuts. It was the feints that really messed him up. Like because Volkov's the taller guy, he's long and he's lankier, and Tom used the feints, and he really he had him backing up. He didn't know what to do. So it really
People
was.
say that like Tom Aspinall's a midget. The dude's 6'5". I think he's taller than Francis and Cyril Gahn.
Yeah, he is. He is a big guy. He's a
People are
big guy.
like, oh, like even myself, I find myself guilty of saying, I was like, oh my goodness, Volk's reach, how's the length, how's he going to deal with it? And I'm like, in theory, Tom Aspinall isn't that much shorter than him in terms of wingspan and all the rest of it. I was like, why the fuck am I talking about him like he's got like Henry Cejudo arms or something? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Did you see that tweet about McGregor and Cejudo?
yeah, man. Undisputed Twitter champ, man. That's all he got. He's so good with his words. Okay, that's so awesome. But
Man said, leave me alone, please. Thanks.
I just started watching highlights of Bacterel. Guys, good. Yeah, he's fucking good. He's proved me wrong a lot. I wish his fight with Montel wasn't canceled. I think Montel would have beat him. Ed, your voice got deeper.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you.
That dude, you already know what Ed was doing. You already know.
You know what it is? You guys have that luxury of these like US cards, man. I'm gutted I didn't go to last week. But like I said to you, when I was trying to get tickets, when people are trying to resell them at £300-400, it's like fucking hell.
Yeah,
crazy, man.
Ed, after the UK card, after he saw his boy Arnold Allen get the W, he had to go crazy with the females over there. So you already know why his voice got deeper. He was going nuts. You already know.
that chaos cardio was coming to good use. Get your bang energy right here, boys.
Yes, sir. Hey, since we're talking about bang, I'm actually drinking some currently. I got to put my boy Kobe on it all the time. Let me turn on the camera right here, baby. Wait, hold up. Oh no, dude! Hey,
that's too funny.
Yeah.
Nah, do you know what I was gonna say to you after the last stream? Obviously, fuck, we're too late to do it now. Yeah, I was gonna say for next calendar year. Yeah, so what would it be? 2023. We do like me and you. We have a segment, where we have for every card. There's like a main event, and we do all our picks, and we tally up who got the most right at the end of the year, and the loser does a forfeit.
So what does the loser do though besides like forfeit? Like what?
Well, it could be anything, can it? If people what the guys suggest, I think they would come up with some stuff.
Oh, okay, all right, like a punishment or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you got the tea out, and it just got me thinking. Do you know what? I like being right, so.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I do like it. So.
Yeah. I'm okay we'll do it for season 2023, but do you know what? It gives us enough time to come up with something dope.
Yeah, it does, man. That's a dope idea. But what else happened on that UK card, man? Your boy Patty Pimlet. No way. Yeah. Chandler pulled out. Rat? Ain't no way.
They're gonna get someone to step in for Tony Ferguson though, because there's a lot of fights.
No way. Hold up. Did he really pull out?
That fight's not until May, isn't it?
No. Hey, no, wait. Where are you seeing this? Fuego, no, stop playing, bro. Fuego.
Have a look on Twitter.
I'm looking for it, but I don't see nothing. Ain't no way, bro. Chandler was supposed to put him in a body bag.
You guys are getting me to go on my laptop now. Fucking hell. Like, if I think it cuts out there with a slide, boys.
I don't know. I read an IG post. Let me look on. I looked at Twitter. Let me look at IG.
You really don't want to get clickbaited into that stuff, man, because every week someone's pulling out of a fight.
I mean, it's different. More or less. Sometimes it's like, what's it called? I don't know. It's looking like.
Is there a date for Fiziev Dos Anjos?
I don't think they're fighting, right? I'm pretty sure
they're gonna rebook that fight, though. I think.
I don't know. I don't think Dos Anjos wants to deal with that clown no more. I don't think he should have to. I think Fiziev. Yeah. I mean, Fiziev got blessed to even fight him to begin with. So,
but I always say this, isn't it? I don't know what Fiziev has done to deserve a fight with Rafael Dos Anjos. I really don't.
I liked it at first because I mean he called him out, right? So he was talking shit. So I like that, But it is what it is at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Okay. Fake news. Okay, I think we're good. That's a lie. Chandler didn't pull out. That card is trash if Colby and Chandler is off.
Colby?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna let that slide. Okay. But
I didn't know that fight was booked.
Tehran is so happy he's not gonna see Tony starched out cold.
Bro, I'm happy. Like regardless of what people think of Tony Ferguson, it's kind of not a nice way to go out.
He's gonna. I mean, it is, but that happens to so many of our fighters, though. You know, like
It's that. Do
some
you
of
know what it is? That
yeah.
it was that post that you posted about that age of fighters now that you're just seeing them go out. It's like Frankie as well, man. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know, like Cheeto's like I ain't got anything against Cheeto, but Cheeto does not beat Frankie on his best day, on his best
Yeah.
days in the UFC. I just don't think he does.
And to be fair, that fight was competitive. All right. I know some of y'all might be like, all right, chill out, eBay. But that fight was competitive to that third round. But yeah, I would like to see him hang it up. Like I really wish he would hang it up. But he's my guy. If he wants to continue, I'm always gonna support him. But yeah,
Ali still needs that pay packet from Frankie Edgar. Can't resist getting him in there with a killer.
yeah.
If anyone's fucked up, if anybody has fucked him up, it's Ali Abdelaziz. Should be getting fucking tune-up fights.
Yeah, he probably thought Cheeto was a tune-up fight. Shut up about my boy Cheeto. He smokes Frankie 10 out of 10 times. Okay. You know what it is. You got the win, so I can't say nothing. But hope to every god that fucking Rob Font doesn't finish him, because I am out here like Jared Cannonier getting crystals, praying that Rob Font ends that clown's career. But hey,
you're not getting one of them voodoo necklaces.
Oh, dude, I am going full out witchcraft, bro. Like we're getting ready. Cheeto, it's gonna be a very fun time, man. I'm ready to go to war with those Cheeto fans, man. Because dude,
there's some fighters I'd love to see get booked now, because I don't really know where they're placed in their respective divisions, which is Dominic Reyes and Michael Chiesa. Like I don't really know where Chiesa fits into welterweight at this moment in time. And I don't really know what's going on with Dominic Reyes in respect to 205, because regardless of what people say about 205 is just a revolving door, like in terms of who can win the bout and everything else.
Man, Cheeto is the next champ. Fools, he made Frankie look like a water balloon.
Jeez, you've got Skype commenting on your videos, FA.
Bro, 40. Like, okay, Frankie's like 40, right? Like he's 40 something. I'm positive he's near 40, but
you're 40 years of age.
Yeah, so be happy about that. All right, you beat a very old dude, man. Okay, Aldo ended that clown. Oh, he didn't end that clown, but he told that dude to just stay in the back of the fucking line. There was a reason that he couldn't beat Aldo. All right, let it go.
The thing is, right? Like, how does Cheeto get to fight Jose Aldo, and then gets to fight Frankie Edgar, who's a legend, and then he gets another crack at another top 5 guy, being with one loss in between those fights?
Yeah,
I don't really understand why he deserves to fight all these guys. I really don't.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he's a bum. I don't think he's a bum.
No, it's not even about being a bum or a good fighter. I just don't understand what guy deserves to fight the likes of Aldo and Frankie Edgar, because those names have got they've got significant name value, and he gets to fight 2 top 5 guys in between those fights.
Yeah, I mean, here's how I feel. I'm gonna say it like this. I think Cheeto has a fan base, like we're seeing in this goddamn chat. Okay, so some people really do support this guy. I don't know how, but
they're basically O'Malley haters?
I think so. I think I don't like him too. I don't like him too. But I do want to read some of these. I feel like we're not. Nah, bro. Ferguson is done. That's true. eBay. You think Ponzi sons Pierre? Of course, I gotta take my guy Ponzi. Yo, did you guys talk about Street Thug and Colby? We will.
Nah, we're getting into that.
Font couldn't beat Aldo either. LOL.
I mean, it's hard to beat Jose Aldo.
Would have won a 5-rounder. Aldo was holding on for dear life in the 3rd round. Cheeto got sunned in grappling by Aldo. Laughing emojis. If Edgar takes one more fight, I want to see him against Jack Shore. Jack is ranked. Yeah, question mark. No.
I don't think he's ranked.
Cheeto is a slow starting bum. He'll probably beg for 5 rounds. So I agree with that. But okay, so we were talking about Cheeto, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, for some odd reason, he's somewhat popular, and he's from Ecuador, right? So
Yeah.
they don't have a lot of fighters from there. And then for some odd reason, Americans and UK boys love him. I've been noticing that. Yeah, it is what it is. You know.
I kind of think low-key it's the thing where like people just jumped on the bandwagon a bit after he beat O'Malley, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean,
if he
he's
loses
good.
one more fight, I feel like people would jump off him.
You know. Okay, this was funny, bro. Cheeto's outstriking Aldo. That 7-second bum had to die for legs.
7, bloody X, 13 actually.
Yeah, well, that's actually funny. The legendary Font jab, man. Dude, he's Font, bro. I don't know why they like Font's good. Okay, Font beat Sergio Pettis, who's the current Bellator bantamweight champion. Sergio's actually a good fucking fighter. All right, boy beat Ricky Simone. Actually, out grappled Ricky at moments. And you saw what he did. Obviously, it's Marlon Moraes, but still, you saw what he did to him. He made it look like it was easy. Like he did him dirty, and then he outboxed Cody. And I know that's not the greatest look in the world, but I mean, without those knockdowns from Aldo, he was actually outstriking Aldo. The knockdown is what saved Aldo. So it's like if and Cheeto, he don't really hurt people with his punches. You know, he's more like a, you know, he really beats you in those later rounds. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
that volume nitty gritty style, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like I don't see him like a Justin Gaethje. It's more like Dustin Poirier needs to tee off you in the fence to get like a TKO win kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's like you got to be honest, man. Fucking Rob Font also has great.
Bro, why are these guys trying to call Jose Aldo a crutch sniffer, bro? Leave my boy alone.
I know. I don't know why they're going crazy on him.
Yeah,
Dude,
like Font got buzzed a lot in that Aldo fight. He got beat up.
Cheeto was losing to.
I think he got dropped in 4 of the 5 rounds.
To he guessed. No, he didn't get dropped, but he got hit to the body pretty well. I remember that. Davy Grant is good. Feed Giga to Bryce Mitchell. He's not better than Rob. Yeah, Grant is a really good fighter. I'll take dog odds. I get it. The odds are good. I'll give you that. But nah, I mean, Rob is a good fighter. Rob is gonna put it on him. You know, Cheeto ain't schooling no one. Yes, Sirski. I agree. All right,
does Cheeto have a win at like 135 that makes me think, wow, he really outclassed him? I don't really think so. I don't know. Like,
I mean,
like
his Song Yudong performance is actually aging. I know he lost that fight technically, but I thought he won.
I thought he won that fight as well.
Yeah, it's aged pretty well for him. I mean, he's a workhorse fighter. Like I give him his credit. Like he's hardworking. And he has a decent skill set. He's well rounded, but he's not special anywhere. He's just one of those guys.
Do you know what the ironic thing is? He's in Bisping's old camp, innit? And to be fair, he's a bit like Bisping in that sense.
Yeah. He talks a lot of shit too. So, yeah. But
you know what made me laugh though? After he beat Sugar Sean O'Malley, he jumps up on the fence of the octagon and goes, "Welcome to the Cheeto Show."
Yeah, I know that was good. No, he deserved that one. Yeah, he deserved that one.
O'Malley deserved that one for dyeing his hair in the Ecuador flags and trying to mock it a bit. What a fucking idiot.
I know, bro. That was insane. Dude, that fight night, that pay-per-view, I know that was obviously your favorite pay-per-view, right? Stipe ended up winning the trilogy on that day. But dude, to
be honest, after we won the second one, we kind of cruised into the third fight thinking, do you know what? DC got a little tickly belly, just couple left hooks to the body, couple right hands, and he'll fold like a deck chair. And we was like, we were confident rolling into the third fight. I won't lie, I was nervous going into the second fight because I did think, oh my goodness, 9 times out of 10 Stipe beats DC. And then I was like, oh fuck, Stipe actually lost the first one. I can't even talk as much shit. And I was like, Stipe needs to fucking win this one. And then DC goes up 2 rounds. I'm like, fuck's sake, man. Like, and then Stipe wins the third one. And I'm like, if Stipe like puts his foot off the gas in the fourth or fifth round and this goes to a decision, or DC just needs to nick one of those rounds and he wins the decision 3-2. I was like, fuck. Yeah. And then I seen, your boy DC, Olympian athlete, couldn't stand there with my boy Stipe, Mr. Golden Gloves, Mr. NCAA Ohio wrestling champ. You know the drill. Then my boy Stipe, had him against the fence, absolutely bullied him. And
Yeah. What was I going to say? Hey, I respect. No, that was a great fight. It was a great fight. It was a great trilogy. You
You know what I was going to say to you, innit? I forgot. I was going to say this the other day in the chat, actually. But I was like, you know, the last 5 guys that Stipe has shared the octagon with, he's knocked out 4 of them.
It's for real?
Yeah. And people are talking about his hands and he hasn't got power. But he's
I
knocked
mean,
out 4 of the last guys he shared an octagon with.
Yeah, he does have power. He has power.
Francis is the only one who's not knocked out.
Yeah. No, he's a heavyweight. I would say he has decent power. But I mean,
yeah,
it's
just because it's a bit of a myth now. Because I feel like he knocked out JDS the second fight. He knocked out Overeem. He's knocked out DC. He knocked out Vadum. And then everyone was like, "Oh, he's got no power." And then the whole Francis hits like a Ford Escalade bullshit or whatever the fuck it was. And then he won that fight to a decision, and everyone made it out like, "Oh, like he can't fucking hit." And it was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But you can't fight Francis like that. Fighting Francis like that's fucking stupid, regardless of whether you think you can crack him or not. Even if you can crack him, it's probably just not the fucking riskiest idea to just put yourself in the fucking fire like that. Like, obviously, my boy learnt the hard way. You can't just fucking run at him and punch him, like, otherwise you get dealt with, innit?
Yeah, man, dude. Overeem had him dead to rights in that first round.
I felt the tap.
Yeah, bro, he dropped him though. He dropped him, and then he.
Do you know what's criminal about that though? Joe Rogan fucking shows him the VT footage and goes, show me where you felt the tap.
Yeah, I know, that was fucked up, man. That was fucked up, and they were booing him too for that too.
But that was when he was starting to interview fighters after they'd been knocked out cold. I was thinking, what the fuck you doing, man? He's just been like finished. Why the fuck are they doing this? And they interviewed Jorge last year after he got knocked Spark out as well. Like, don't really know why they're doing that still.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. I think for him, it's like he forgets he has a mic and wants to talk to them like they're his friends or whatever. So
yeah. Does it depend on the popularity of the fighter though? Because I feel like when he went over to Conor after Conor broke his leg, it's like you're always gonna get like that VT footage that's gonna get the UFC like 5 million clicks or whatever.
Yeah,
like we're in that social media age now, aren't we? I feel like that plays a role into it.
They got to make that money. Yes, sir. Can't wait for the return of Colin Williams and Jacob McQuan versus the GOAT, Brendan Allen. Yes, sir. Stipe too old and small for these new guys. JDS over
small. He's 6'4".
And DC, yeah. I mean, the DC one was horrible, man. I was heartbroken. I was so confident he was gonna beat John, bro. I was so confident.
And what made you confident he was going to beat him the second time, given how the first fight went?
I mean, well, the guy was a little fucking drug addict, right? And people got to understand there was there was a long time before that rematch. Like, people forget, like, that motherfucker was just, I think it was like 2 years.
Yeah, there was a long layoff. It was like a year and a half or something ridiculous like that.
And he looked horrible against OSP, right? I remember that, like, vividly. And then, I was confident he was going to beat him. And those people forget, those first 2 rounds were close. But I give where credit is due. Steroids do make great adjustments, and he attacked the body to the head, and he ended up winning that fight.
Yeah, I remember seeing a clip somewhere. I think Daniel even said how John could beat him. It was like something about this habit about he leans towards his right, and then John could catch him with that rear leg kick.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, he's fucking said it. He's basically giving it up, and then he does the same thing, and it's just like he's been clipped, but. You know what it is? That was one fight where I feel like we saw the best of the best at their peak of the powers. Like, fight, and obviously, like, I was so happy that I got to watch both fights, like, at the time, in that sense. Because I feel like I can't remember the last time we really see the very best of the best fight each other. Like, obviously, we see, like, for instance, Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje, for instance, now, but it's like, is it really number 1 and number 2 kind of thing? Like, lightweight is such a, like, there's no clear 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, that's true. We've
seen it.
Whereas,
for instance, obviously, like, we got to see Israel Adesanya and Rob Whittaker. We got to see those 2 fight. Like, to be honest, like, I'm kind of glad that we got to see Usman and Colby fight twice, because I was like, they're really competitive fights. Yeah. And you look like like, from maybe it's just me, like I don't really stand like Usman or Colby, but I really enjoy those kind of fights where. I'm like, I don't know who's going to win, but they're both very high level, and they're both the very best in the world. And we get to see on that night who's the better man, essentially.
I I was too young for the DC and Jones whatever. I wish I watched it. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It
I was
was
as well. I think I was like 15, but even when I got to watch the odd fights, I think, like I said, I think I've said before, I think Brock Lesnar's what first got me into the UFC, and then
yeah. That's a lot
like
of people. Yeah,
yeah, because obviously I was a WWE kid first, and
yeah,
then when I started to watch, like I never even watched Brock's fights live, like because like I said, like for me, like being 15 and staying up at 5 6 a.m. to watch a fight was almost unheard of. So it was
yeah,
like I used to just go on YouTube the next day and it would show up on like the homepage of like Brock versus Frank Mir highlights. I'd be like, who the fuck's Frank Mir? And then
yeah,
for me, I just think obviously as a casual, you just think, oh, Brock's gonna smoke him, and then I'm watching Frank's like squeeze on like fucking pull off his toes, and I'm like, Brock's submitting. I'm thinking, how the fuck's he tapped out to that? What a bitch! And then you
yeah,
obviously learn about jiu-jitsu later on, and you're like, fuck me, like he could have actually just tore his leg apart if he wanted with that toe hold. Do you get what
yeah,
I
man.
mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
But when
Too.
you're 15, man, trust me, your mind just does all sorts of crazy shit. You just automatically just assume that Brock was a bitch.
Yeah. Look at Jones's resume. No one's gonna pass him, and he's gonna get the heavyweight belt. It's good to dream. What's next for Khalil Ranchi so we can see him lose?
Oh, Sean Strickland went in on him,
Yeah, that was kind of mean from. I mean, I kind of agree with him a little bit from because the guy's always fucking crying, man. I'm not mad at people. Like I don't think it's wrong to cry, but don't cry every fucking time, dude. Like every time you gotta cry. Like I get it, you were fat. Like you gotta cry. Like you know what I'm saying. Like he
Yo,
cried.
FA, stop bullying the fat boys, man. Leave them alone.
No, but like, okay, come on, man. Like, this is the third time he's cried about this shit. Like, I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, bro. Like, I remember when he lost to Ian Kutalaba, right? He was like, I'm so sorry for the people. I'm motivated, you know. I let you guys down. And I was like, okay, all right, that's cool. And then he does it again with Carl Robinson. I'm like, oh my God. Like
Yeah.
Sean, Sean shouldn't have said some of the things he said, but there was a little bit of things I agreed with. Like Khalil,
It's that cliche though, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, you're highest when you win it, yeah, you're lowest when you lose, isn't it? And fighters take it like it always gets amplified by like 100.
yeah,
It's just like you just see like I remember like I used to wonder, yeah. I think someone else asked this reporter ages ago. They're like, oh, like I think the report asked the fighter like, you've just fought for 3 rounds, you've lost 30-27, but yet you still put your hands up as if you won. But it's like they're like, why the fuck did they do that? It's not even to do with the judges. It's like the dedication that they put in and the preparation. It's like they finally got over that 15 minutes. For them, it shows like obviously they managed to get to the end kind of thing, regardless of whether they've won or lost. But to us, I'm
yeah,
like, even me, like I used to think like, rah, the guy's put his hands in the air, even though he just got 30-27. What a fucking idiot! But
yeah.
obviously,
No,
you don't get to see like the sacrifices that they make, and it, especially when it comes to
yeah,
weight cuts and stuff.
yeah.
Roundtree
Strickland.
pisses me off. Strickland, yeah. Strickland's mad, Fuck me.
Dude, if he had an entertaining style, bro, he would be fucking the king of the world. All right,
What,
like
Strickland?
yeah, like he'd be so
Yeah, he
popular.
just
I'm telling
one
you.
twos people, doesn't he? I don't really. I feel like he
But he's
doesn't do
good.
anything that amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he uses a Philly shell, right? That's about it when you really watch him fight. He has decent grappling, and he's just a jab merchant. Like he just jabs at you all day. So that's about it. It's weird. Like he does stuff in his sparring that he never does in his like in his fights. You know, he'll go forward, go crazy, right? But he'll never do
Yeah,
that in his fight, which is crazy. But I mean, he's good. He's good. I give him his
yeah.
credit.
Do you know what it is? When Kevin Holland needed to fight like at 185 and they were both top 15, I would have liked to have seen them both have a crack at each other.
Yeah, I
But
think Kevin would beat him. I think Kevin would have been long enough because I think a lot of guys. He's not. I wouldn't say he's not long, but like, um, they have a hard time just touching him. You know, he's really good at using his shoulder to like roll with punches, and I've noticed that. I give him his credit there, but yeah,
so
it's
what we
weird. Like, I'm
calling
not.
him, the middleweight Bobby Green?
No, man, he does a real Philly shell. Bobby just rolls with stuff. Like he uses a real like proper boxing Philly shell. Like, dude, okay, what? I know some people think I'm like the biggest Bobby Green hater, but that dude became so overrated after after two fights, the Ally Quince and then Nasser fight. Oh man, the next coming of Jesus Christ, the guy that's gonna save us from Islam Makhachev. Like, dude, it was nuts. Like, I'm just like, bro, Islam is going to sodomize that man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that is not gonna be close. But no, but Sean uses a real Philly shell, like real talk. If you go look at him, he actually really does do it. So
I would have liked to have seen him against Rockhold, you know.
yeah, I think Rocco would have beat him. I think Rocco would have beat up that body. I think that's what guys are not. Is his body, bro. His body's right there. That's why I think Costa is gonna smash him. You know,
Yeah,
Costa's
that's what what's it called? Like the Uriah Hall fight. I was like, Uriah ain't really using his distance. He ain't using his legs. He fought him in boxing range, and I was like, that's what you're fighting his fight. That's what you want him to do. It's
exactly.
like, to be honest, I feel like as cliche as it sounds like that knockout he got on top has just made him so hesitant to throw.
Yeah.
Like I look at him and
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see a guy who wants to take your head off. I don't see the urgency. I don't see him setting anything up. Like to be honest, like he's become a bit of a decision guy now. It's just like nothing against it, but it's like when you used to have that. So when you used to have a certain style, it's like people forget this guy was the Israel Adesanya before the Adesanya. Everyone thought he would surpass Silva, and
Yeah.
Silva would pass him the torch, and this, that, and the other. Like you guys, people can laugh at a comment like that now, but trust me, like even Dana White had like huge hopes for him, and that says a lot.
Yeah, dude, and then now Dana doesn't even like him. Like it's funny, crazy. It's crazy how that works.
I
How
gotta
did
see him fight my boy Till though.
how did Hermanson lose to him? Yeah, I mean Hermanson
Manson couldn't take him down really, so he got fucked, and that's what happens with Jack Manson. If he can't take you down, what the fuck's he gonna do on the feet?
Yeah, Strickland versus Kevin Holland, who wins? I think Holland beats him. I think Holland. I don't know though. Holland didn't look good in his last fight, but he still won though, which is good. It's a good thing. But
I think at this stage for him, he just needs to get the W's on it and get the momentum back.
We gotta talk about the elephant in the room. We gotta talk about the best street fight of the year. Colby Covington versus Street Bum. What's your thoughts on that situation? What do you think? Let's go
Bro,
through your...
I'm 23 now, innit? So I feel like my outlook on this would be different than when I was like 13. When you're 13, you think that shit's cool because you're like, oh my god, that was so badass. But it's like you shared an octagon with this man for 25 minutes and you did fuck all, and now you just want to run around and like, what? The weird thing is as well is like Kobe's buddy posted their location and Jorge's like stalking him like some jealous ex-girlfriend and then trying to sucker punch him. It's like, like how is that BMF? That's what your crazy ex-girlfriend would do, man. When she can't let go of you, that's not what the baddest motherfucker in the game does. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just like I thought the posting and location was stupid. And to be honest, like if like everyone's like crying about it, being like, oh, he presses charges X, Y, and Z. It's like I can't imagine anything coming of it just because I think he's too much of a cash cow for the UFC right now. I imagine the UFC would put some money down to Colby and say, don't press charges. Do you know what I mean? A little something.
I mean, okay, so here's how I feel about it. I don't want him. Henry Cejudo said it best. He said he would press charges if he was a regular person. But since you're a fighter, it's just a bad look if he presses charges, right? I don't want him to do it. I understand why he would do it, but the reason I don't want him to do it is because everyone's gonna go off on him and call him a hoe.
People could call him a hoe. To be honest, though, like we've seen Kobe whoop his ass for 25 minutes. I'm not gonna like. So to me, that stuff wouldn't even like if I was Kobe, that wouldn't even bother me. But I think the issue is one, given Jorge's like fame and status and the platform, like you should be using that to educate kids and stuff. Two, Jorge has his own kids. What kind of example are you setting? Not to patronize him, but like I said, like you can't go around just randomly attacking people and all this other bollocks. And then the thing is, people like Kobe said this stuff about his kids. Do people remember the Jorge Masvidal Ben Askren build-up? Everyone seems to think, oh, but only Ben started talking shit about him. Jorge was like, I was going to end your bloodline and all this other bollocks. So I'm like, do you even know what that even means?
Yeah, exactly.
You've basically just threatened, obviously, his entire fucking family, you don't know, but he doesn't understand what he's talking about. Fucking middle school dropout. He really don't. No, he doesn't understand. Like, does he not know what it means when you say I'm going to end your bloodline? Do you not know what that means? That's worse than saying, oh, you're a deadbeat dad. Way worse than saying that, because you basically just threatened the well-being of his fucking family.
I mean, okay, so let's talk about this. I don't blame Jorge Masvidal for doing what he did. Colby Covington talked about his family, never crossed the line like that. I do agree, you're not supposed to cross the line, and he did cross that line, but He never. I made this mistake. I actually thought he did say something about his family. I looked for some stuff. Now maybe I should have looked a little harder. I didn't find him saying anything about his kids in particular.
He didn't say anything about his kids.
He didn't say any. And when he brought up Maritza, he never.
He said he was a deadbeat dad and he needs to pay alimony. He didn't say specifically his kids this. He didn't mention his kids in that context.
Yeah, and he never said anything bad about them. Now you could say, oh well, he still brought up family. You're never supposed to do that, and I agree. I do agree that you're not supposed to do that. But when you really look at it, if someone's saying that to me, and I know it's not true,
you can imagine why you're gonna get. Yeah, I understand why Jorge's wound up. Like I get.
No, I'm being honest. If you say that to me, I'm and it's not true, then
yeah. To be fair, the stuff Colby was saying about Dustin Poirier is way worse than what he was saying to Jorge Masvidal.
You know, because if it's not true, then it shouldn't affect you. But if it is true, you know, you like, hey, you can make a what happened there, but if it is true, usually those kind of reactions happen, you know. But if it's not true, you should have just let it go. That's my point.
I got a feeling the UFC is going to be involved in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, there's too much money for them. Sitting in the jailhouse right now, they're going to get him out, or even tell Colby to step aside and give him some money or some sort of incentive. I guarantee it.
You know, and I do think what he said about Dustin was wrong. Like even calling him a cuck and stuff like that. And like, dude, I remember
he even said something like, "Oh, his kid started to develop an Irish accent" or something like that. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Okay, it's not all right. That's not funny, but that kind of.
No, being serious, I'm not even making that up. I swear he said something like that. Yeah. And it was like Connor was in bed with your wife, you little cook. I was like, fucking hell, you got to stop saying this shit. But it's just like, I think he's trying to bait people so hard into taking fights with him.
I know, but he has to be smart though. Here's my thing: he needs a gun. And I know some people are not gonna like to hear this, but you're gonna talk like that. You gotta be ready. Like I'm just being honest.
Yeah, people do dislike him, but the fact is, he managed to get a second title shot off Usman off the back of Woodley.
Yeah.
Whereas when, like, you could have argued Leon could have potentially fought for the belt then, and then he managed to get the Jorge fight. Irrespective of what people think, when Jorge was supposed to be booked to fight Leon Edwards, and then he pulled out, and then maybe they were going to rearrange that. We don't know. And then, so he managed to get the Jorge fight, and he managed to headline a pay-per-view. Like, people forget, like, he's gone about it, obviously, a way that not everybody likes, but it's like, to be honest, for me, like, those same people who hate Colby Covington probably love Chael Sonnen, and it's like, I don't see, I see a lot of correlations between the two.
Yeah.
So for me, like, if you can't like Chael Sonnen but then hate Colby Covington.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand Colby hate. I really don't get it.
Because I'm sure everybody's aware of the gimmick.
Yeah. They know
why people get overreact to it. Like, it's just,
you're getting worked. You're literally getting worked. That's
stop calling my boy Stipe Muchacho, man.
Stipe, no more Stipe Muchacho. I call him that a lot. To run around using that logic, you can't insult anyone because their kids will hear it. Plus, it's a fact that he abandoned his kids, which is unforgivable. People need to lay off Jorge Masvidal. Conor McGregor has done way worse things. I don't see nobody digging in his ass like they're doing Jorge. So, people showing favoritism in MMA.
We've talked about Conor a lot. Like, I can't speak for everyone else, but me and you have talked about Conor a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't. I think I gave him more of a pass. For some, and I don't even like the guy, but when he started talking bad, probably because I was getting annoyed by some of the Dustin fans, but
Ultimate Feeling Championship, exactly, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, people are getting so butthurt by it. It's just like, I don't even know what to say now. Like, how do we live in a society where a man's been attacked and sucker punched by someone else, but he's been made to feel like he's done something wrong?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's
fucking weird, man.
They enjoyed it. I'll tell them that. Colby Covington haters are having a fucking field day. Because, hey, me and you were really humble after fucking Colby beat that clown. Like, I was really nice to Jorge. I think I barely called him street bum. After
I didn't put him in jail. I didn't put him in jail, by the way. I voted against it, didn't I?
Yeah, I said he had to. You can't. No. You see that you're wrong there. He had to go. He had to get cuffed up. I'm sorry. That's just the law. Like, I don't make the rules. The rules
I
already
think for
made.
me though, it was like he'd lost to Usman and Colby, and it was like I knew he'd lose to both, but I was kind of like given the competition he's faced. Like, how many people have faced both Usman and Covington in the last 18 months, 2 years?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I
I
tried
think
to not be too harsh on him. Like I said, like I don't like I said, I didn't want to put my Leon hat on, and like I said, I want to be an MMA fan first and not be a Leon fan first. So I was like, let me not put my Leon hat on and be like, look at this objectively and be like, right, this guy's fought the two best welterweights on the planet in the last 2 years. How many other fighters in that roster can say that? None.
yeah.
So I was like, let me not to be too harsh on him in that sense.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I don't know. Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Oh no, RDA. I think RDA fought both Usman and Colby. I think back to back. I think
Damien Maya has as well.
yeah. So those have been like
I'm talking in relation to the last 18 months,
yeah,
2 years, that time
yeah,
period.
yeah. You're right. You're right. So you know, I think
Obviously, so Leon's fought Bilal Muhammad and Nate. Usman's obviously fought the challengers he's fought. Wonder Boy's fought Bilal Muhammad. Who else has he fought, man? Jeff Neal, those kind of bums. Luke's fought Bilal Muhammad and Randy fucking Brown, and somehow he's in the top five.
yeah,
I think he beat Woodley actually to get into the top five.
yeah,
So this is what I'm saying. Like the top five are the top five, but none of them have really beat anyone great to get in the top five. It really is like the fucking bum. It really is like the fucking duck division there, man. Like they're not really fighting each other.
yeah.
So
I
it's
mean,
like that's why I'm like with Gilbert Burns, regardless of whether say like he loses the fight, I'm not really gonna say anything to him because at least he's fighting the guys, isn't he?
Anyone enough about these two journeymen? Chimaev is coming for their heads and knocking Usman's roided head off. Yeah, he got to get past Dorino. All right. It's insane. Like, don't get it twisted. Dorino is a snake. All right, he's a snake boy. I will admit that, but he is not a like. He's getting treated like a hoe. Have you seen the odds? It's insane.
What's the odds between the two?
I think like 345 to 400. Like,
Have you seen the lightweight rankings now?
no, I have not.
They put Dan Hooker to number 13.
Yeah, I was not surprised by that.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I think they
Gregor Gillespie's ranked number 8.
I like Gregor though. I fuck with Gregor. Hey,
I ain't
Gregor
got
keeps
anything
winning.
against him, but for him to be the 8th best lightweight in the world is ridiculous.
I know, and so when I post him, Kevin Lee knocking him out, be like Kevin Lee being the number 8 lightweight. Put some respect on his name.
This is what I don't get about lightweight, right? I heard you say you were a WWE fan. Can you and me agree WWE sucks? It's not that good. Yeah, to be honest, I don't watch it. I only watch the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania every year. But
Yeah,
for me,
that's
the product was designed for someone like me because I was quite a cheeky kid and like obviously like I grew up on like when they were swearing and dropping these dope promos and like
yeah,
there was no censorship back then. But then
yeah,
as I grew up, you imagine the content would stay the same, but the content when I was growing up was started to like the product was getting more tailored for kids. It's like I can't watch this as a 14, 15-year-old when they're making it for
yeah,
8-year-olds. Whereas when I
yeah,
was 8, they were making it for 15, 16-year-olds. Does that make
yeah,
sense? But
yeah.
yeah. So in relation to lightweights, I've just pulled this up now. This is interesting. So Gamrot, like he's ranked number 12 in the world, despite the fact that he's only, I think, in like top, I don't even know, like top 20, 25, 30. He's beat what? Jeremy Stevens? Dan Hooker's ranked 13. Brad Riddell, fair enough, he's 14. He's fought a few guys. Diego Ferreira's ranked 15. Owen Sayukin, he's beat Joel Alvarez. Who else is he fucking beat to get in the top 15? Fuck knows. Rafael
Yeah.
Fiziev beat Moicano and Brad Riddell. So let me get this straight. You beat number 13 and you jump up to number 10. Don't really know how that works. Gregor Gillespie, he's got a win over number 15. Somehow he's number 8. Like, I could go on and on. But the rankings here, everybody moves up or down spots without fighting anyone, which is bizarre to me. Like we're seeing Islam Makhachev being ranked number 3 in the world now for fighting Bobby fucking Green. And now Bobby Green isn't even in the rankings anymore.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
So
it's a popularity contest. When it comes to that, like 15 to number 10, it's who's more
yeah.
popular. That's how I look at it. I think Gregor, maybe he is popular. I don't know what's going on with him, but maybe they like him. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know where I think Gregor can beat Armin. I know some people think I'm crazy for that, but I do think that would be a very
I'd
competitive
like
fight.
to see that fight.
Yeah. maybe that's why they're putting Gregor so like high up, so he can fight Armin, and they probably think Armin's gonna beat him. Maybe that's why they're doing that.
I think maybe, yeah. My boy Paul Craig's ranked number 8. Just thought I'd let you know. Another UK boy in the top 10.
Yeah. That is crazy. I don't know how he did that. Nikita was literally whooping his ass, bro.
No, he wasn't, man. He landed little punches, from top position, and then one little triangle, and your boy tapped like chicken. Like, that's it.
Bro, like I was in shock. Like I was like, how is he doing this? Like this makes no sense. Like it was funny though. I'll give him his credit where credit's due.
Arnold Allen's ranked number 6. He's just moved up past Josh Emmett. Yo, they better not give Arnold Allen like fucking Giga Chikadze or someone like fighting below him as well, because they gave him Dan Hooker, who was ranked number 8 in the weight class above, so he better be fighting someone top 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being dead serious as well, because I think they're trying to book Yair and Ortega. Max will probably fight the winner of Vulcan TKZ. So either Arnold fights Cater, or whoever loses between Vulcan TKZ. Arnold and Zombie would be fucking good though.
Give him Cater.
Yeah, we'll fight Calvin Beta. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, buddy. I swear to God, you're gonna hate Arnold Allen so much if he whoops 2 of your boys.
Dude, Cater's gonna light him up. He's gonna teach him how to box properly. You know.
Yeah. Cater might be able to fight bums like Shane Burgos, but when it comes to the elite dogs, it's like Eminem, Mom Spaghetti, boys choking the big stage always.
Okay. Now we're talking big. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, bro. My boy Arnold Allen undefeated at 145. Just thought I'd get that out there.
Yeah, that's gonna change.
How many guys are undefeated at 145? I think Volk's the only guy who's never lost a fight at 145.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean,
see that
enjoy this while you got it.
The only other guy not to lose a fight at 145 works for Willy Wonka.
Am I the only person nervous to see Ferguson and Chandler fight?
I am nervous for that. As much shit as I've talked about Michael Chandler. I
like
Chandler. He's a cool dude, but it's just like
I cannot wait.
You can see they're trying to get him in the win column.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope too. He's gonna kill him, and I'm gonna enjoy it.
So I imagine, that like I'm gonna look so stupid if I say this now, but if Chandler beats Ferguson and we're talking KOs him stiff, you can imagine that clip's gonna do the rounds. It's gonna get the UFC so much coverage. And
I'm posting it like
the UFC know what they're doing.
I'm gonna repost it every single day on my story, just out of respect. It's just out of respect. They should make it a national holiday too. No, that's my thing. Like people think I hate. I don't hate Tony, man. Tony's a cool kid. But he has some mental issues, So I think fighting isn't for him right now. And I think
Chiesa should fight your boy Li Jinliang,
Lee's my boy.
Chiesa, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Lee. Lee's my boy. But
yeah, but tell Chiesa stop ducking and hiding, man. Half the welterweight's already booked now.
Hey, we got what's it called? Commentating duties. We got wrestling coach duties. All right. We got
commercials at Justin Bumchi.
We got stuff. We got money to make. We got movies to film. Okay.
He's got to coach Terrence McKenney how to fucking stuff a take. No, I'm joking. The kid did all right considering he was on short notice.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was so happy for Dober. How can you not like Chandler?
Wait, who doesn't like Chandler?
I think he might be talking about you. What if Tony Ferguson beats Michael Chandler?
No, I think he's cool. I just don't like the fact that they've booked it like that because they really want to like force Tony out kind of thing. That's the only thing I don't like about the booking. Like to be honest, if Chandler was fighting RDA, Gregor Gillespie, McGregor, Fiziev, I'd be cool. Like I wouldn't really care, and I'd be like, fair enough, that's a good fight. But you know what they're trying to do when they're trying to set him up against Tony Ferguson. Like I said, I don't like shit like that. It's like I knew what the UFC were doing when like this was before Frankie fell off, but I knew what they were doing when they like had Frankie fight Korean Zombie, and I was like, I weren't happy with the way they treated him like that. Do you know what I mean?
You guys seeing my comments? Yeah, I think
yes.
we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
See
are.
my comments, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I don't like it when fighters kind of almost get used as like sacrificial lambs. Does that make sense?
I like when some of them, when it's but yeah, I agree. That's not cool. Yeah, it's not cool. But
is Sean Brady booked against someone?
no, he's another interesting one that hasn't gotten booked.
I would love to see him against Wonder Boy.
Yeah, he subs Wonder Boy, easy money for him.
I think that's a fight they're trying to line up.
But yeah, I would say if I was Wonder Boy, I'd fight a striker, maybe like a Daniel Rodriguez or Kevin Holland or something
Rodriguez, bloody it. I'm looking at it now. Welterweight really grappler heavy now.
What I don't understand is how does people come to the conclusion that Michael Chandler would knock out Tony Ferguson? Justin G couldn't do it. What makes Chandler so special? I'm thinking
It's
that
different circumstances. It's because
yeah,
what Justin did to him has obviously impacted Tony's durability as a result.
yeah,
Does that make sense? Whereas
yeah,
obviously, if Michael Chandler was fighting the Tony Ferguson that wasn't getting punched by Justin, it's a different fight altogether. Does that make sense?
yeah,
It's life changing damage. Like you see fights like that, they're never the same. Like you even look
yeah,
at like although Robbie won his fight against Rory McDonald, look at him since then. Like
yeah,
he, like Robbie's always been known for having a great chin, but nobody sparks him in the first round the way Tyron Woodley did.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
people can't say that fight didn't take its toll out of him. You can even use Dan Hooker as an example going in 5-round wars. Obviously, it's too soon to say that right now. It's like
yeah,
you're having back-to-back 5-round wars with Paul Felder and Dustin Poirier, and then you give yourself little time to recover in between fights, and then you got the New Zealand restrictions in between where you're isolated and you can't train, and then you're fighting Michael Chandler, and then you get sparked in the first round.
yeah.
Shit like that's unfortunate, man.
Why Ngannou bald? Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
getting a hair transplant, but yeah, he was
Yeah.
losing his hair.
My boy Stipe has all his hair follicles, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. Enjoy that.
Yeah. Should we
The hair
start promoting Manscaped like Stipe's been doing?
hey, the hair was flopping. It was flopping big time when he fought Ngannou, man. That shit went like way back when he
Yeah, I
got
was wondering what was up with his hair that fight, man. It was like stuck up like there. I don't know. He probably just hasn't combed it or something. Room record roids.
Izzy versus Lionheart. Who you picking? Either? Oh my god, that is a hard one. Oh man,
I still don't really fully understand why you hate Anthony Smith so much.
No, it's because this dude. No, I didn't have a problem with him at first, right? But then this motherfucker wanted to become like a fucking Luke Rockhold hater for life. Like, all right, Luke got killed by Jan Blachowicz, okay? When he said his piece on Twitter, okay, I was all right with it. But then this motherfucker does a submission fucking radio interview like he's Jan Blachowicz, like he knocked out Luke, just like, oh, he's just a weak person. He looked like he quit in there. He fucking broke his jaw, da 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 da. And this is right before the Glover Teixeira fight, right? This motherfucker, he kept bringing up his jaw, right? You know how like his jaw got broken, right? He just kept bringing it up. He kept bringing it up. And then, they canceled the first Nebraska show. He's lucky he didn't fight in front of his hometown when he was supposed to fight. He's fucking lucky. He would have got humiliated, right? Then they do it in the Apex. No, not Apex. They do it in Jacksonville, Florida, right? No crowds. Glover in there went in there like a murderer and lit that boy up, man. All right? He gave him fucking dentures after that shit, okay? So, fuck him for life. But, yeah, he's a
I
clown.
remember people weren't taking him seriously after his house got robbed,
Yeah,
and I think even John Jones tweeted like, "Oh, if those guys were in my house, they wouldn't have left alive," kind of thing.
Lost to a home invader.
Yeah,
that dude's 1-0 over him. But yeah. I just don't like it when like you don't gotta talk about his fucking jaw like that 24. Like, come on, bro, get a life, But yeah, it's weird. It was weird to me that he just kept talking like he won or something like that. Like you didn't fight him. Like,
he got
didn't do nothing to him.
He got really pissed off after the Ryan Spann fight because obviously people were saying like
He's
he
a
don't
weirdo.
fight anybody in the top 5, or he doesn't like he fights everyone out their primes and shit like that. He only beats up old dudes and shit like that. To be honest, yeah, I don't really know why he hasn't been. Maybe it's just a weird coincidence that when I look at the rankings and stuff, I think he fought Thiago Santos, but that was at middleweight. He hasn't fought Prohaska. He fought Rakic. That was only recently. Jan Blachowicz he's never faced. Ankalaev he's never faced. Dominic Reyes is never faced. Paul Craig is never faced. I think he's subbed Vulcan, didn't he? Or I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But like in the top 10, he's faced 2 guys, one of them being at middleweight.
I mean, with him,
I mean,
yeah.
he's fought Rakic, my bad. So he's fought Rakic, he's fought Vulcan, and he fought Santos at middleweight. So you're telling me at 205, you've only fought 2 guys in the top 10, but you're ranked number 5. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
I like him as well, but I don't understand how that's the case.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but they like the comeback story. They think he's on some type of comeback. I think Dominic Reyes beats him. I know some people think I'm crazy for that, but I think if Dominic fights Smith, I think he beats him. And I think they had beef at one point, or they were just talking shit to each other. So that's a fight I'd like to see.
That don't really support the argument that Dominic Reyes can't beat a 205, you know, because if he beats Anthony Smith, that'll be a guy who used to fight at middleweight, Weidman who used to fight at middleweight, and there's a bunch of others that used to fight at middleweight that he's beat, and it's like
Cannonier, right?
Cannonier's another one. It's like,
yeah,
can he actually beat a 205? Do you reckon that's probably where he struggles? They're probably the physicality.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he's not. I don't know how to say it, but he has a certain style where he goes forward, right? Sometimes, and then he has a style where he's the counter striker, right? And
he's a bit like Darren Till, though. I feel like if the 1-2 isn't landing, there's not a lot he does.
No, I say Darren is a lot. I know some people give Darren some shit on the feet, but Darren's a lot better than he's more like he doesn't get. Nah, you know what? He does get hurt, but it's a different kind of like getting tagged. Like he's getting caught with like one shots. Like Dom's getting caught with a lot of shots. You know, like I think Dom has a good chin. If you go watch that Jan Blachowicz fight before the actual knockout, he got hit with like a bunch of 5-punch combinations, or like just five strike combinations. It'll be like 1, 2, 3, and then body kick, right? And then against Yuri, if you go watch that fight, he's getting pressed to the cage, and the 1-2s are landing. Then Yuri's like unloading on the body, and then he's circling out. He's not defensively sound. He doesn't really move his head that well.
I personally think it might be just a style thing, because with John Jones, he's a cerebral fighter. I wouldn't describe him as an aggressive fighter, and for him to like Dominic Reyes knew he'd have to play the patient game, but then he got in there with Jan Blachowicz, and it's like, right, there's a guy in there who wants to take your head off in 3 rounds.
Yeah,
and I don't think he knew how to deal with that. And again, with the Yuri fight, he just didn't make the adjustments mentally or even in terms of his game plan. I felt like he's always fighting as if he's fighting John Jones, and it's like, bro, you do realize John Jones isn't on the other side of the octagon.
Yeah, and also it's like these guys are knockout artists, so it's like John isn't that. John doesn't have that kind of power.
We've seen it a bit with Cody now. It's like once Cody beat Dominic Cruz, it's like he knew how to fight one certain way, and he's never really he knew how to fight for a particular guy, and after that he just struggled fighting the other styles, and it's like, what do you do? I think Dominic Reyes was so prepped for John Jones. It's like, okay, what do you do now? John Jones isn't holding the belt, and you're not going to fight him anytime soon.
Yeah.
And now you're fighting these aggressors. And these guys, they're not going to do what John Jones does, which is kick to the body, oblique kick, jab, pivot out, shoot for a takedown, shit like that. Jan Blachowicz is coming to take your head off. He means business. As long as Yuri Prohaska.
And if you look at it, he was actually the aggressor in the John Jones fight. Like Reyes, he actually put pressure. In the first 3 rounds, he put pressure on John, and he was out volleying him, but John couldn't really punish him when he was going in those championship rounds. John started going forward looking for takedowns and stuff like that, but he really couldn't punish him with power. So I feel like Dom's a good hammer, but he's not a good nail. He took a lot of shots, so he has a decent chin, but eventually he'll fall.
Yeah, I think it's harsh to dispute his chin. I mean, fuck me, but people clown him about the Yuri elbow, but you tell me if someone's catching that elbow clean like that, who's fucking standing still after that, really?
Yeah, he died.
He's really standing still. I guarantee you, if you put Anthony Smith, don't really get KO'd, but if you put Anthony Smith in that position, I think that takes him out. I think that takes out Jan Blachowicz. I don't think there's a single light heavyweight on the planet that's eating that spin elbow that night.
Yeah. I completely agree. eBay's biggest enemies are Izzy and Smith. Honorable mentions: Bumzot, Colin, and Jacob McQuan. Can you guys believe Masvidal attacked Kobe in the Show Your Face challenge and then pled not guilty? It was it was the broken nose that lost Jan the fight. He couldn't take any more damage.
He ate a left hook though.
Yeah. Drickus is saved. Yeah.
Is that Duplessis, isn't it?
Yeah. Duplessis.
Yeah, my boy Chris Curtis was gonna put some work,
Yeah, whatever. That's some luck. Luck is going on. Luck is in the air over there by Vegas, wherever Chris Curtis is from, man. I don't know how he's doing.
You leave Chris Curtis alone, okay?
Okay. No, I respect that. Man, you said it best. You called him a homeless man when he was fighting Phil Haas. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, you pull out the receipts. When did I say? I said the beard made him look homeless.
Yeah, but but you were right though. You were spot on. All right, because he was fighting that boy Phil Haas, and I remember.
But he's got like that beard. It's like rough. I don't know how to explain it. He's just got that beard that just makes him look a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, fucking. Have you seen Curtis Blades? Who's actually fighting tomorrow? He is looking homeless. He's looking homeless.
Yeah, man. Fuck me. He needs to you grow that beard out. Get extra layers, for that chin, because otherwise.
Yeah, man. You remember when Joshua fought what's his face? Ruiz in the rematch, and he just looked so rough, like he looked like he didn't get a haircut for days.
Yeah, it's one of them, like he's got blinkers on and he's just focusing on a fight camp. He hasn't got time to get a haircut.
Yeah. Curtis pulled out, book him against Abdul Razak Hassan. That would actually be a good fight.
Nah, bro, my boy does. After smoking Brennan Allen, my boy deserves like top 12 guys now, man. Leave Chris Curtis alone.
Whatever. Let him.
Middleweight's I'll say this though. Middleweight's a bit like heavyweight in that aspect. It's such a bum division that you can get a couple good wins and you can get in the top 15. You can't climb. You can't. You're telling me this time last year, Strickland. I don't think he was either top 15 or on the skirts of top 15. And then you have Vittori, who's ranked number 13, and they're both in the top 5 now in the space of a calendar year. You're telling me that isn't a route for the other fighters to follow as well? Middleweight really isn't that packed.
It's horrible. It's the worst division in the whole UFC. Heavyweight's better.
It's the worst division.
Heavyweight got some talent to look for. You got Cyril Gahn. You got Tom Aspinall, right? But I like Brendan. Brendan's my guy, but. Besides the rest of that division, a bunch, and I like Marvin a lot too. But those guys need to step it up, man. They're making this skinny dude look like God. And dude, Jared Cannonier ain't the one.
He's not, man. He's not. We just saw him lose 2 fights ago.
Yeah, that was sad, man. I was really heartbroken for Brunson.
The thing, so you know what they're doing tough now. I always wondered, what the fuck their logic is in terms of what weight classes they focus on, if that makes sense. Because if it were me, right, I'd look at the roster and go, right, this is where we're fucking slim. Let's start finding fighters in that weight class. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's find an ultimate fighter from that weight class. So I would look at the roster and go, right, outside 145 is looking 125 looks slim, 145 looks slim, middleweight looks slim, welterweight is grappler heavy. Let's try find some strikers from there. We need more natural 205ers, athletic 205ers, because to be honest, a lot of it's filled up with old middleweights. Yeah. And then heavyweight, the disparity between the top 5 and the top 15 is too high. We need some sort of middle ground. So you'd focus on those You'd focus on those weight classes and then pick 2 weight classes that make sense.
Yeah.
And see which is in more demand.
Yeah, you know what I feel like I've noticed? It's they're only focusing on fucking 135 or 155 on Contender Series.
It's they're so those rosters so oversaturated right now.
Yeah. And maybe it's just too hard to find those kind of guys, like a good middleweight, a good light heavyweight, a good heavyweight. I know heavyweight's probably super hard to find because most of the best heavyweight athletes are either NFL players, basketball players, or they're doing something else, right?
It's true though. You see, a lot of heavyweights. When John Anik does the tape, it's this guy this guy played college football. Now he picked up the pads and he fell in love and now he's doing MMA. It's let's be real, he didn't make it and this was the only other thing he could do.
Yeah, that is the truth.
It's just let's not sugarcoat it. Because let's be real, NFL and all those things pay a fucking heck of a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I I would like them to focus on it. But like I said, man, like how many 5'2" midgets are there out there in the world right now when the average height is 5'8"? Like you're not gonna find many, never known any with an athletic background that's gonna be willing to do mixed martial arts. Like, I think that's why, like, obviously, as much as I joke about it, we kind of have to appreciate the lower weight classes because they are you kind of have to appreciate.
They're the best of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's literally like it's such a rarity. Whereas, for instance, 155 and 170 are the most stacked divisions, is because that's the average frame for a human being. Does that make sense? Like how many human beings being between 170 and 190 pounds, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". If you've like the vast majority of males are going to have that frame. Does that make sense? So you're going to find guys. It's easier to find welterweights and lightweights. So, but I'd like a bit of more emphasis on the bigger weight classes, and I'd like an emphasis on 125. 135 is good. And 135 isn't just good. A lot of these guys are under 30. Like UFC could run with these the UFC can run with this crop of bantamweights for the next 6, 7, 8 years. Easy. We don't need any more fucking bantamweights, Uncle Dana. So when you're doing that bum contender series show, please find us some fucking flyweights and find us some fucking middleweights that can actually fucking move and isn't just going to eat leg kicks for 25 minutes.
Since you brought up flyweights, man, I think it's an incredible disservice that Kai Kara France and Askar Askarov did not get the main event this Saturday over fucking Curtis Blades and Chris Daukaus. I think that should be switched around.
But why isn't that 5 rounds, considering that's a title eliminator?
Exactly. Like, if Curtis destroys Chris in 5 boring rounds, you think he's gonna get a title shot? No. Like, I don't know why they're doing that. And dude, Askar and Kai Kara, right? That's gonna be a fuck. I have a good feeling that's gonna be a good fight. You know, you add 2 extra rounds to that, those little scrappy fucking ferrets, they're gonna go fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that's a good fight. But the thing for me is, like, I think you know what I'm like in it. I like seeing fighters if they can go 5 rounds or if they have what it takes to make the championship rounds. You're telling me, right, Askarov, who's fought half the division now, he's going to have to wait until he gets his title shot, or Kai Kara France is going to have to wait till he gets his title shot to find out if he can make championship rounds. How can your first 5-round fight be your title fight?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to fucking for me, as a criteria, you've got to be a top 5 guy. You've got to headline a fight night card. And you've got to be able to prove that your durability is there to fight for a belt. For me, anyways, that's my criteria. Yeah. And they're not gonna be able to prove that. Like, it's fucking ridiculous that they don't fight for 5 rounds. And like Chris, like, what's his name? Jairzinho's another one. He fucking headlines all the time, and he fucking shits the bed. They're obsessed with putting heavyweights that headline all these fucking bum fight nights. I don't. Augustus Sakai was another one. I think he headlined 1 or 2 last year.
Yeah, dude, he did. And now look at him. He was on the fucking floor last year, just dead.
And then I think the last fight he was on either the fucking prelims or like the top of the prelims or something like that. It's like, you're like, for me, like, headlining a fight night's a big deal. You can't headline a fight night and then start fighting on the fucking prelims. It's embarrassing. It diminishes what it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, he can like get old and be an old man and then tell his little kids, you know, I headlined 2 UFC fight nights, you know, back in my day. And
I got whooped by a 57-year-old over him.
He shouldn't even have that right to brag about that, you know. He shouldn't even have, but he can say it if he wants, you know. But yeah,
like I said, the logic between the fight night cards is annoying me, to be honest. Like, I don't know who Jairzinho's fighting next, but I'm pretty sure he'll probably headline the fight night.
No, I think he's fighting on a pay-per-view. I think he's fighting on 273 against Tybura.
Oh shit, yeah, he is fighting Tybura. But yeah, Tybura's done all right, you know, in his last few fights.
I think Tybura beats him. I'm done with Jairzinho.
Tybura's got a decent chin as well. I say this, and if he gets knocked out in the first round, I will look like an idiot. But he's got a decent chin.
Yeah, Jan versus Sandhagen was skilled as fuck. Yeah, it was a great fight. I rewatched that. That was pretty good. I enjoyed it though. You know.
Yeah. Are you breaking down Jan and Sterling?
Yeah, I already finished it. Like I'm pretty much done with that. I just like I had realized like, oh shit, everything's out like in 3 weeks in 2 weeks, right? And I was like, fuck, I did all this for nothing, right? So yeah, I'm just waiting. I don't know when I'm
wait forever to watch Volkanovski fight, to be honest.
I don't know. I think he fought. Ortega was pretty recent, right? It was in what?
No,
September.
but not that. It's because he was booked, and then they cancelled the Max fight, and then he was
Oh,
supposed to fight. They rearranged it with TKZ, which was fine, and then they moved it like a month away. They moved it. They pulled it back a month, which was fair enough.
yeah. I mean,
And I
that's
was like, but for me, I was like, do you know when you wait so long for a fight? It was like, and it finally happens, and like, all right, cool, here we go, kind of thing.
yeah, dude.
But yeah, I feel
Him
like
and Zombie is gonna be a fucking banger, bro. It's so crazy, man. Everyone thinks this is gonna
I'm
be like,
excited. I'm excited about, like, as much as I make jokes about it. I'm excited for Vulcan to Korean Zombie because I think it's a bad style for him.
yeah, it's not a walk in the park. Like, I don't know why everyone, like, it's crazy. Like, it almost kind of makes me want to root for. I like Zombie. I'm gonna be honest. I like Volk a lot more, but it's like come on, like, let's not forget who this guy is. He subbed Dustin Poirier before it became cool, right? Like
Before it's
he
fashionable to do so.
exactly, he did it before Khabib and Charles. Like, let's not forget who this guy is, right? This is the same guy.
He's a good fighter. I
Yeah.
feel like with him specifically, I think he could beat anyone in his day. It just depends on what version of Korean Zombie turns up.
It's just, his only issue is just those title fights and those big fights where he kind of just he doesn't perform at his best, right? Like,
Feels like he's a bit like Cerrone in that sense.
yeah, Cerrone in his prime. But one thing I give to Korean Zombie though, he always bounces back. Like, Cerrone was going these losing streaks. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be weird. Like, these long
to be top 6 at featherweight for a decade is good.
Yeah.
It's an achievement in itself. Considering you've had the likes of Connor there, and then you've had like Connor, Max Holloway, Aldo, and then you were getting the Volk era as well. It's an achievement in itself. And we had Zabit and all these guys here as well.
Yeah. And if
knows if he's coming back.
And another thing a lot of people aren't realizing, and I think Womb Record just brought it up, I think earlier in the live chat when we were doing this, is the reach. Volk has had a reach advantage over his last 5 opponents. He's not going to have that against Zombie. Now, Zombie isn't I wouldn't say as technical on the feet as him, but it's going to be a harder fight.
Zombie can crack though. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, like, that is true. And it's like, but no, that's the thing. When you're dealing with someone with a longer reach, they might not be as technical as you, but it's really hard to deal with them stylistically because they're longer. It's harder to touch them. It's easier for them to touch you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's gonna be a hard fight for him. He's gonna have to fight a very technical fight to beat him.
Yeah. You know what it is? What interests me as well, because Volk's a very cerebral fighter, and I'm interested to see how he approaches it. Because, like you're saying, a lot of the times he used to fight from the outside, but it's like, one, he can't do that against Korean Zombie, and 2, you can't just dive for the legs against him because his jiu-jitsu game is excellent, particularly off his back as well. He's very good.
Yeah.
So that's what it is for me. Like, even I'm looking at it thinking, yo, how does Volk solve this puzzle? And that's what I want to find out. That's why I'm so excited for this fight as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't count myself as a fan of either fighter, but it's like, I love the matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know how it ends, so that's why I want to see it. It's like an unsolved mystery to me.
Volk is gonna drop him in the first round and cruise to a decision. Is this the first time Volk is fighting someone with a longer? I think maybe at welterweight when I remember he got knocked out at welterweight. He might have fought someone with a longer reach there.
He got knocked out by someone who's a fucking lampposter. Like, I don't clown him for that because he fought 2 weight classes up.
Yeah, TKZ didn't impress me in the Ige fight. I think he's too old. It's crazy. I know some people feel like this. I was actually incredibly impressed because Ige is a good wrestler. He's actually a wrestling background now. He's not no D1 Olympian, but he's a former D2 wrestler, and he's been wrestling like from middle school all the way to college. He had in his background, and fucking Zombie was able to outclass him where he learned martial arts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was impressed by that, and how
I don't even know why they bothered booking that fucking fight. To be honest, it was a waste.
Yeah, and the way he took Ige's back and just he put, like, here's the thing. I know some people don't like decisions, right? And I get it. It's not the most fun to watch.
That was a good fight, though. I felt.
Yeah,
it was a good showcase.
Yeah, it was a good showcase for him. But here's the thing: if I beat you, like, in 25 minutes, but let's say you catch me, right, or something like that, in a second, doesn't necessarily mean you're the better fighter. If I beat you in 25 minutes and there's no fucking, there's no mistakes, there's nothing, and it's complete dominant, to me I feel like when Kobe fought Jorge, and there's no question he's the better fighter. Right now, Jorge showed that he can still catch him right in that 4th round, but I truly believe when
Do
you
you
beat
do you
somebody,
really count that as a legit knockdown, given how Colby got up so quick?
I don't know. It's the only thing that Masvidal fans have, so I'll let them have that, right? You know, they can have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Quick question though. Based on your logic though, Stipe is better than Francis, right?
Yeah, no, no, I give him his credit. No, he did his thing. You know, I give him his credit. Like that first fight, he deserves his credit. Like, but
Yeah.
but I think
I still love him. I still love the look on Dana's face when Stipe took the fucking belt off him and gave it to his coach.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, dude, your guy earned it that day, man. Your guy really earned it that day. He
Yeah.
proved a lot of people wrong. But the difference between the Francis thing, and maybe like the Colby situation is that I felt like that fight wasn't gonna go Stipe's way if it went like the fourth. It looked like he couldn't get a takedown. If I'm being honest, like in that second fight, like anything can happen. Don't get it twisted. But
Yeah.
the direction it was going, and it looked like Francis was ready for a 5-round fight. If I'm being honest, if you look at him, and
The pace, he weren't fighting at a crazy pace though. I don't think that was the only thing because I feel like how do I explain it? It's like people were saying Conor went 5 rounds with Nate, and it's like he did, but was it really at like a standard pace? Like it
yeah,
really wasn't. It was like there were moments against the fence and the dirty boxing and stuff, but outside of that, like it weren't really that fast paced of a fight. Like for instance, you look at how Jan and Sandhagen fought, for instance. Do you think Conor could fight at that pace for 5 rounds? Did you get that? Hello? Hello?
all right, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I just had the Wi-Fi was hating on me. Has my audio cut out? I'm not sure. F. But yeah, I think that was a good start for us. I don't know if anyone's still here, but hope you guys enjoyed it. We gave you guys a fight talk, so it is what it is. We did like an hour and 18 minutes, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it though. See y'all. Goodbye. Love y'all.